the organization is always going to move at the speed of trust. Stephen Covey told us that, the power of trust and how much it dictates the speed at which an organization can move and can scale. So how is trust built? Well, it's built through relationships. Well, how do you build a relationship? Well, you build it through communication. And so it's weird because we get into the business world and we think, okay, we've had the staff meeting, so I've checked the communication box, so we don't have to talk to anybody again until the next staff meeting. Right?
Right.
But think about your social life. Think about who you build relationships in your social life. You know, you don't have a to-do list that says, call my friend every third Wednesday and make sure that I've checked in. No, you just, I'm thinking about you. Hey, I'm checking in. How you doing? How are your kids doing? You know, because you have a relationship with that person.
I think it's so important, like you say, that most leaders realize that the relationship part that they have with their teams and employees is what gives them the ground to have influence. And to your point, not be just directing workflow or directing feedback, but that, you know, the relational part and the communication part is what gives us great influence and which makes people want to work for you as a leader.
Absolutely. And, you know, John Maxwell defines leadership as just that, influence. Think about what creates influence with your team. When you hire somebody and you sign their paycheck, you've got the title of the boss and they've got the title of the employee. You've got some influence, but it's the influence of, I'm going to fire you if you don't do what I said. That's only going to get you about 15% of the potential out of that person. The other 85% comes from them seeing that you have a heart, that you care about them. You're interested in who they are, not just professionally, but also personally, and that you're actually connecting with them and building relationships so that they're interested in your advice. They're interested in not just, what did you tell me I have to do, but, hey, could you mentor me? I'm struggling with this. They feel safe actually coming to you with their problems, and they're not going to get smacked because you're the boss and but no, this is my friend. This is somebody I can trust, and that comes
right. And they want to do great work for you. You know, I find that, right, we have great relationships here at Belay, and we've seen that our team wants to rise up and do well for the leadership because we have such great relationships that they want to serve us well and serve the organization well because we have a kindred relationship amongst everybody. So people really want to serve their leaders well when they have great relationships, friendships, and love for their leaders. So I know that personally.
That's the key. And you know, relationships are the difference between leading somebody just from their head and actually leading to their heart. You know, when somebody brings their head and their heart to the equation, you've got the full person and you've got buy-in on the mission, and it's safe to do healthy conflict and to push back and all the things that make a great team. And again, all that starts with making it safe to communicate, increasing the frequency of communication. And then we can talk in a minute about, but there's different types of communication. There's meetings, there's text, there's certain one-on-one interactions you need to have, there's group interactions. But suffice to say that at the end of the day, everything in your organization culturally is going to hinge on how well you do communication.